Now here's a question. What is your opinion on remote working? Do you think it ensures a better work-life balance, or does it blur the line between the two? Why am I asking you this question? Because I want to tell you two stories, both involving work from home or remote working, but they could not be more different. The first one is about employee monitoring. An employee moved court against his former employer. He said the employer wanted him to keep his webcam on during his work hours. We are talking about 8 hours daily. Who does that? Apparently, companies do. The one in question is a US-based software company. It's called Setu. It fired the employee because he refused to keep his camera on at all times or share his laptop screen. The company said the employee's refusal to be monitored amounted to refusal to work, even insubordination. The employee was from the Netherlands. After he was fired, he moved a local court. What did the court say? It ruled in the employee's favor and said that tracking via camera is an intrusion into the employee's private life. And Setu was ordered to pay the employee nearly $73,000. Now, one could argue that the employer was monitoring work hours, not the employee's after hours. But does that make monitoring an employee acceptable? The question is, while you commit 8 or 9 hours of your day to your employer, does your work contract give the employer the right to watch over you or, in a way, be the big brother? Digital.com conducted a survey in 2021. Over 1,200 employees were interviewed. The survey found that 60% of remote employees were using work monitoring software. 90% of these companies said they had fired employees based on the data from this software, from these software platforms. So employee monitoring is a reality. It may be illegal in many countries, including the US, but that does not stop employers from being hawkish. Now to the next story, and this one is pole opposite. It's about another American company, Google. It is allowing employees to work from anywhere for 4 weeks in a year. The idea is to give everyone more flexibility for holiday travel. These two stories represent the two opposite sides of our current workspaces: flexibility versus employee monitoring. There are some companies that are more than happy to just let their employees be. They are not bothered about where they work from as long as they deliver. It's no wonder then that a pub chain in the UK is launching a work from pub scheme. Basically, you pay £15 or around $16 and you get Wi-Fi, a workspace, unlimited tea, coffee and lunch. So back to the question. Does work from home ensure better work-life balance, or does it blur the line? 2 stories later, I think you would agree with me when I say that it all boils down to the employer. Some employers have come to terms with the fact that an employee's activity does not equate to productivity. Her physical presence in office or remote working does not determine her outcome. And there are others who you could say are more orthodox in their approach, who look at the hours that you clock in, the number of video meetings that you attended, for example. I don't know how many of you know this. There are software that enable employers to monitor your work activity without using cameras. On Microsoft 365, for example, an employer can pull out data on how many emails a worker sent or how many files they saved on a shared drive, how many video meetings they participated in. Same with Google Workspace. If your office is using Google's work tools, then your manager can see how many emails you sent out or received, how many employees attended a particular meeting. But does this data say much? Think about it. Sending emails is a surface level activity. It's not the best scale of measurement for productivity. Similarly, one could be sitting in front of her system all day but not doing much. So is employee monitoring even desirable? The future of work lies in recognizing outcome over output, in giving employees the flexibility that they need to deliver their best. One could be working from office, a pub, a hill station, or a beach, or not sitting in front of her system for 8 or 9 hours. It should not matter as long as she is delivering and adding value to the organization. Do you agree? Write to us and tell us what you think. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.